band! Hello! That's not much of a cheer. Try again. A cheer for the band. Hello! Right, good people of Cambridge, gather round. We have important news to share with you. And anyone who lurks in the road will no doubt be mown down by passing horses and carts. So come forward. Do come forward, do come forward. Nobody here bites, though I occasionally do chew a strip off people. But come forward. This news is very important. This news will change the world. So pin back your ears, and if you don't pin back your ears, I'll pin back them for you, if you understand. So everyone's got to be very well behaved. Right, while the crowd is gathering, can we have another tune from the band, please? Come forward, come forward. This happens to be my favourite instrument at the moment. This is the großen Dudelsack. And why, may you ask, is it eine großen Dudelsack? Is because this day you may think you have walked into Cambridge, but for the moment we're in Wittenberg, in Germany. In Germany where the großen Dudelsack comes from, but also great news comes from. The most astounding news. For here this day, the end of October, 1517, a man of this very church, All Saints in Wittenberg, has written a letter to Archbishop Albrecht of Mainz to state his views on the status of the Roman Catholic Church at the moment. Great dissatisfaction with them. And you can all be assured that these views will change the world, starting the Reformation. But if you want to hear these views, you're going to have to call forth this great man, a man you may have heard of by the name of Martin Luther. Obviously very shy, being an Augustinian monk. He lives in the monastery, not used to big crowds of people. So we're going to have to encourage him to come out. So all together now we need to chant Luther, his name. So Luther, 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 Luther. Come on. Luther, 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 Luther. Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Luther!
Hey! Brethren, when we go into the churches, do we hear the gospel? No! We hear indulgences, indulgences and more indulgences. They tell us in Rome they're building a beautiful building, and so to hear the work of the building they have silenced the Gospels. We do not hear the preaching of God's word. We do not hear Christ's love. We hear indulgences, indulgences, indulgences. For a farthing a man might buy an indulgence and slander his brother. For silver he might murder his father. For gold he might violate the very mother of God, and the Pope will grant to him an indulgence, and his sin is wiped clean. No more of this noise. No more. We proclaim the love of Christ, and so I have written a letter to Archbishop Albrecht of Mainz, telling him that we will hear no more the noise of indulgences. We will hear but the love of Christ. Here I stand, I can do no other.
Hooray! Now, ladies and gentlemen, all day today, until 4 o'clock, there are many things to see in this wonderful church. There is the most wonderful printing press, a printing press which produced copies of this 95 Theses. You can see this printing press in action. There are all sorts of other Tudor activities you can come and see. It's free to enter, no charge at all. Come and enjoy yourself. And this evening at 7 o'clock, and for those of you too poor for a wristwatch, don't worry, there's a big clock up there that tells you the time. When you hear 7 bongs on the big bell, come into this church, and there shall be a play which will tell the story of Martin Luther and all the consequences of the Reformation. There shall be Henry VIII, Queen Mary setting fire to bishops. Imagine that. Have any of you ever seen a bishop set fire to? Well, come here at 7 o'clock, you will see bishops burning. That's not a sight you see every day. And you shall also see Gloriana herself, Queen Elizabeth I. So we thank you all for joining us here at the door of All Saints in Wittenberg. With a band we shall march on, but do follow Martin Luther into the church and learn more about the 95 Theses which changed the world in October 1517. We thank you all.